Good morning, everyone. This is Phil from Scanner School, and we are trying something brand new this Saturday morning. We're going to call this, I don't know, scanning on Saturday mornings. I don't know. I don't know what to call this. Maybe it's the secrets or the searches for Saturday mornings, but that's what we always say here on Scanner School, is the secrets are in the searches, and that's what I'd like to see what we can find here. We're going to go through some frequency bands this morning, and we are going to see what we can see. We'll see what we can find and see what we can listen to out there. So what we'll do is we've got the chat going on in the corner right now, and I'm seeing that we got Glenn in here and we got Tim. Good morning. What's up? And we had somebody in earlier this morning waiting around, but not sure if they're still there. So this is my first time in a very, very long time going and streaming direct to YouTube. Normally I go through Restream, which allows me to go through Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and all the social platforms, but this is direct to you guys right now over on YouTube. And of course, if you've missed this, you can catch us in a replay, and you can go and leave a comment down below in the chat, and we'll be back to answer some questions later on. So let's take a look at what we have here on our screen, and we're going to, let's see if this works. Is this all different layouts and settings because, you know, it's just something I'm doing different today, right? And this is what we're all about. So over on above me right here, we've got our YouTube chat, which again, John, I see that you are in here right now as well. And also we have over here on that side, because everything's mirrored on my end. So over here, there it is, right there. We are looking at SDR console. And I figured for the first time around, we would look at SDR console because this kind of gives us a really good visual lay of the land. Like, we could see things that are transmitting, not all the time, but are transmitting on occasion. And this will allow us to kind of go back and focus our attention to those areas. So the only thing that I am concerned about right now is the fact whether or not you guys can hear SDR console. I discovered about 10 minutes before we were getting ready to start that my Mac was not looping the audio through, and that was a little bit concerning, because if you can't hear what's going on right now, then we're just done. So let me unmute the audio. Let's go through and see if we could start hearing some things. So if we start digging in and finding something to listen to, then I'll change the screen up, and we will then just focus on the screen so you can see better what I'm doing on the screen and what's going on. So I am going to move some things around here over here, and let's see if we can hear anything. So I'm going to unmute for a second here, and I'm hoping, let me go down here and disable my squelch, that as of right now, you're able to hear some squelch in the background. If you can hear the squelch, give me a thumbs up in the chat, and if you can't, then let me know. But right now, this is our first test. Again, it's our first time doing this on YouTube. Let me know again if it's too loud or not, but let me go ahead and enable the squelch again. I'm going to wait. It takes about 20 seconds for you guys to catch up with me. So I'm hoping that, and again here, look at this. We got a little blip that happened here on 448575. So this is why I like SDR, because we can see what's happening on the screen. Glenn is saying nope. Oh man, this is not going to be good. Let me see if I come over here. This was what I was afraid of. If I go to OBS and YouTube. So you have I show you audio capture is on here, but I don't have a capture card, and I used to. And that was what I used to use to loop my audio, but it's no longer visible. But I'm showing the mic is working. Not hearing anything at all. I'm looking at the YouTube chat. Nothing yet. Okay, Tim. Let me change this out. So if I go to here and I change this, and I go to advanced properties, mic audio is monitor and output. Let me change this to monitor off. And then let me change this one. Desktop audio. Let's see if this changes anything. Turn off the squelch. Alright, we got the squelch off again. I gotta wait 20 seconds to see if you guys hear anything. You have a hum. That might be coming through something else on my end, a hum, but you should be hearing. So I mean, I'm seeing that there's audio coming through. Let me see if I can do this. Yup. And Blair's hearing it. Anybody have anything else right now? Bueller? Let me turn off the squelch. Still not hearing it, Glenn. Oh, that's still not good. All right. Well, you know what? Maybe we'll just go through and I'll show you a little tour of this. We'll chalk this one up for a learning experience. I don't know why. It was great. I used to have this loop application on my computer here, and it used to work very well, and now it's not here with the latest Mac updates. Echo on your audio now. Just hear you, and you are echoing. Beautiful. Desktop audio. Advanced properties. And now I have no idea what I changed. And I can't hear myself, so that's great. Let's see. Well, guys, this might be a quick one. Because I'm not even seeing the desktop audio anymore. Let me mute that. I show you capture device is not working. Desktop audio, we're going to mute. Desktop audio here, we're going to mute. All right. Well, you know what? This was a little embarrassing here. How many people do we have who's watching me get egg on my face right now? Let's see. It's 12 people. Better. Okay, so the echo is gone, but you still can't hear anything. Echo gone, but no squelch. Well, I turned off the squelch. So let me turn on the squelch here, and let's just tune around. Let's just see what we can at least see on the spectrum. You may not be able to hear anything for now, but we'll work on fixing that up, and we'll just give you a tour of the software, and then we'll see how it is. Motor City, good to see you in here. Yeah, we're having a bit of technical difficulty, but we're going to get through that right now. So let me just do YouTube Chrome here, and we'll just focus just on this application and see what's happening. Let me just, let me turn the microphone here and the desktop audio just in case it works. Let me know if this is going to echo on you. Input microphone capture is still showing me. And I know you can still see that down there, so that's all right. All right, so we're going to zoom in and we're going to take a quick look and see what we can see, and then we'll just take it from there. So you may not be able to hear the audio, but at least I can show you what I'm looking at here. Next time we do this, we'll take a look and see if we can patch some cords in or something like that to get some audio in here as well. Echo is back. Oh, man. Maybe if I turn this one off, then the echo goes away. Of course, I have to wait. I gotta wait 20 seconds to get a yes out of you guys. So let's just take a look here. So we're going to go through the spectrum, and we're going to zoom in here. And this is just basically, we're not going to be able to listen to anything, but at least we'll see what's dealing. And I just parked it here on 450. And I thought maybe we'd go through here and take a look at some of the RF that we're seeing, and also, go through DSD Plus and maybe start decoding some P25 and some DMR and XDN. But that is now going to be out the window because that's what I want to demo and go through with you guys here. Of course, you can't see me either because we're doing the screen here. And if the echo is still there, then let me at least switch back to this screen here because you said there was no echo on this screen. So let's look at the aviation. Let's just see how popular this morning on this beautiful, windy, but sunny Saturday morning looks as far as aviation goes. So we're going to drop our spectrum down here to the 125 range. And again, I'm hearing loopback. Echo is there. I don't hear it coming through my monitor. That's what's killing me. All right, hopefully that's better. I went to create a private screen. Now it's good. Killing me. All right. So I'm sure you still can't hear what's going on here, but I just wanted to pinpoint here that if we're looking around the band here, here's 120, right? And again, this is on a AirSpy, so I have 3 megahertz to work with here. And we can see we got a spike here, a spike here, a spike coming up here. We have a little bit going on over here. These are all the transmissions that are going on right now as far as AM or in the aviation band. So my hope was this morning that we can tune around here and we can pinpoint on one of these transmissions and listen in and hear and kind of listen to what was going on as we were hunting things out. So again, let me zoom in, let me center. And this in my ear sounds like garbage. Audio sounds fine now for Motor City, but I guess you're not hearing though the audio coming through on over the audio right now, right? You don't hear what I hear is basically what I'm getting at, right? And of course, there's 20 seconds of lag time. So, but what I'm looking at right now is just a different transmissions that are popping up right now on the AM spectrum. And again, we can see in the waterfall, right, that there was activity here on 120.85. And these lines down here will change in color, also with modulation and everything else. So 0 SDR audio. Yeah, I was afraid of that. I'm gonna have to play around with this. So this is just, I guess today, an example and a proof of concept that yeah, I got to work on somehow figuring out a loop back here. So we'll chalk this up to a learning experience, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to play around on my end, and maybe what we'll do is we'll regroup next week and see if we can hear the SDR. If it comes down to the fact that I'm going to have to take the audio output of my computer and plug it into my my audio interface device. Oh, that's a good idea. Give me a second, guys. Let's do this. Let's try something. All right, I'm going to take the output of my Mac and put that to the input of my Zoom recorder here and see if that works. Give me a second. All right, I don't know. This is stereo monitor mix. And I'm looking at my SDR. Let's see, OBS. Properties. Okay, so that's not work that way. Give me 1 second. Test, test. All right, you guys hear me now on this one? We're going to play around with something here. We're going to get a little creative. I'm going to close this. We're going to add a microphone mixer. H6 port 1.
All right, is it working? Anybody? You like the troubleshooting steps? Well, I got one more trick up my sleeve, and we're going to see if that works after this, but I don't see the audio coming through. So we're going to do this one more time. So I am going to remove and junk this port here. We're going to add in an audio capture device. I'm going to call this AirPods. And we're going to do AirPods as my audio source. We're going to pull this. All right. Can you guys hear me? Still no. One second. All right, can you guys hear me at all? I'm trying to add this in live on the fly, and I don't think it's working that well. Desktop on mic is early. Here we go. It's AirPods. H6.
Bravo.
Okay. So I've got two microphones going on here.
34 now, Southwest 912.
I don't need this one, so that's good. The briefcase is plugged into infill, only your voice. So why is it that the Zoom recorder was working fine? I see it. I'm getting a loop in. There it is. SDR audio file. You get the SDR audio. Beautiful. All right. We're going to keep figuring it out. I'm doing what I use the microphone and the microphone camera. All right. Oh,
Climb maintain 300 for United 1480.
all right. See, look, heavy hum with static audio, heavy hum. Yeah, so that might
Flight level
be
300, United
lower.
2119.
Lower. I'm on 6, so we lower this down. And my voice is very, I don't know what my voice is. Okay, so my voice
0.97.
is going to increase now.
And United 1480.
How are we doing now?
300.
SGL low, raise your audio.
30, thanks, United 1480.
Yeah, it's hard because I can't hear the loopback on the SDR, so I can't tell where it is, but I've got it kind of low in the background right now, and I'm just trying to get rid of the hum, so I'm just watching the meters over here. But as we go through it now, we will go through everything. So let me know if you hear me, how my audio is. Again, I don't have a loopback, I can't hear myself. We're good now, my voice is back, SDR level's low. We'll play around with the SDR level, Glenn. I can actually raise that through here. Try not to have it overpower me as I'm talking. So we're going to leave it on this screen because if I change screens now, it's going to mess everything else up. But we're good here. Okay, so let's do this. We are looking at aviation right now. And we can see all the activity going on here, right? All the different spikes. And as we come across here, if I click and I click in here, we should be able to center on whatever this frequency is, right? So we're going to just assume this is 120.8.
We're given 4,000, just 984.
So what's really nice is the fact that we can tune around and we can see all this activity, right? And we can tune around and see everything that's going on here. Now, what's really neat about this software is we don't have to constantly tune around, right? We don't have to constantly pick something to listen to and then skip everything else out. We can create multiple VFOs. So I'm just going to try and center on this here. So say if I want to listen to like 120.15, we can create a secondary VFO and drop one in there. So if we go to receive and I click on matrix,
Left direct trans for Victor 5950 Victor.
I can actually add in, this is 2, I can add in another software to find radio. So now we got 2 channels going. So the first channel, we've got a 120.5, and the second channel we can take now and, oh, we got rid of it. It's been a while. Sent you a question through Instagram DM. Traffic jam, just send it through here. It's fine to send it right through this this app. So let's look around here and we can go up to another one and zoom over. So I was at 120.5 before. And what's really neat is that we can tune, let me get back to 7 on frequency here. As long as within that 3 megahertz, I mean, sorry, we can tune around. That must be a long question. All right, we'll take a look at the DMs over there in a little bit. So we got a little blip here, so let's park it here, 120.6. Beautiful. So we've got both left and right channels going on here. We're receiving 2 frequencies at the same time, 120.6, 120.6 looks like. Boy, I'm really doing a good job this morning, aren't I? let me not confuse myself here too much. Let's close this out. So I got both matrices going here. Let me go back to the receive pane, we'll go back to matrix.
121.7 ultimate distance,
Close that one out. There we go.
25.7 ultimate distance,
So the point that I was thinking about doing here was we can move around. So, all right, let's go to the original programming here. So let's go up to UHF and tune around. So I got 450 is where we're going to start at. And let's reset everything here. Let's do this. Let's center. Let's pull out. Let's set it for FM narrowband. We have a 12 kilohertz filter on here. and we are looking at some of the signals. I've got the FM squelch set right now, so we don't have to listen to all the static in the background. So what we're looking at here is we've got several different frequencies inactive. You can see them popping up, right? You can see them moving around. And I know on the left side of here, this is amateur radio. This is the amateur radio ham band. It's the amateur radio 70 centimeter band. And over here on the right-hand side, you can see this is the commercial band. It'll be public safety, it'll be commercial services and stuff like that. We're sitting right on the middle of the spectrum right here. And you can see basically, you know, how close things are and how things are set up here. But what we're seeing here are constant carriers, right? And we don't really see so much that are coming and going, except on the amateur radio side, right? Let's take a look. Let's take a listen and start looking through what we're finding on this UHF side of the house. I think what we're going to look at is going to be a little bit surprising and a little bit interesting, so to speak. So we're going to park it here on this first frequency. Let's zoom in on the spectrum just a touch. And we're going to park it right here. And we're going to center it again. This is on 450.3875. And I'm not hearing anything coming through yet, so let me turn off my squelch. And also, I don't hear anything. Do you guys hear anything? It sounds like it's a dead carrier. Let's find something else here. This sounds like talk radio, doesn't it? I mean, granted, it's a little bit scratchy. Let's make sure we're on frequency here. Slightly off. It couldn't have gotten any better. You guys can hear this, right? This is WCBS 880 AM on 450.4125. Well, what recently happened with WCBS 880 here in the New York market is they're now simulcasting over on FM. They're also on 92.3. So, in the chat, anybody care to take a guess at what 450.5125 actually is? And I assume you can hear what's happening on the screen right now, right? Glenn, I think you hit the nail on the head here, right? It's a remote. So if we tune down, right, to the old New York City K-Rock station. Whoop, too far down. For broadcast FM.
Has arrived. Towards the next beat, the Pistons last night, 121 to 112.
There's our audio
The
that we were
Nets,
hearing
Rangers,
on the link. Of
Devils,
course, now we've also got the RBS feed down here at the bottom.
Tonight.
So it's pretty interesting to see, right, what we have and what's coming through and some of the things that we could find just by starting to tune around on the UHF band is the fact that we found a studio broadcast link between the AM channel on 880 and transmitting over to the FM broadcast station for 92.3. So these are kind of some of the things that we can hear and find and locate through the FM broadcast or the FM commercial services band. Some of the things I've heard up there too has been IFB links, and I haven't really scanned around this morning to try and see if there's anything up there right now. But that's the whole point of being here right now, is what else are we going to find up there? So yeah, we found out that we have found a FM broadcast link. So let's go ahead. Let's go back up to our FM band and see what else we find. And we'll just we'll continue at 450 point. I'll do 450.125 is where we left off, right? All right, let's go back to FM narrow. And I think this is where we were, right? This was the empty channel. This was the dead carrier. There's our FM link. And what do we have here? We got digital. This is a control channel. There's a lot of this kind of stuff that's floating around on UHF. So we can start investigating and see what this might be. So we know it's 451.0875. So the first place we could take a look over here is at radio reference, right? Let's see, database home, we'll go to browse, we'll go to New York, and we can query by frequency, right? And we know that we are sitting on, again, my head is not here today, 451.01875, and we'll query this. All right, so let me do this for a second, guys. All right, so if you have any questions for upcoming podcast episode 2, you can go ahead and leave that in here. So I'm just logging into radio reference as we go through here. Oh, good, my password's wrong. Alrighty then. Database, browse. All right. New York, query. This goes back to Nassau, Suffolk, Next Edge. It's one of the first ways we can find out what an unknown frequency is, right? We can click on this. We can see what this is an NXDN system. So what do we do here? How do we monitor this NXDN system? Well, one of the ways I like to monitor NXDN systems is with an application called DSD Plus. You guys are still hearing everything? Everything's looking good on the live stream right now? I haven't seen anything since Tim said that he hasn't had a remote system in a long time, so I want to make sure that we're good on that. And let's launch DSD Plus and take a look. So we're just going to launch my D drive right from here. And we'll bring that up and we'll go to SDR and we'll go to DSD Plus. And when I was playing around with this last night, it wasn't decoding. So we'll see what's going to happen here. So I'm going to launch DSD Plus. And what I'm doing is I'm launching 2 software-defined radios here. I'm going to launch one to watch control, and we're going to do one to watch the voice channels and just see what happens here. And I'm hoping that, you know, everything passes through as far as audio goes and whatnot. So we're just waiting for DSD Plus to run through its setup here. And we're going to ignore the fact, too, that it wants to do an update. We're not going to take an update right now. I'm running an older copy of DSD Plus. So what we have here is we have our control channel stuff, and it is pulling stuff in now as well. So we have, this is the voice channel follower. We'll move this down here. I'm in a mini screen here too, so we're going to minimize that. We don't want to do that. This is the control channel. And DSD Plus, when it launches, it's got a whole pile of windows. And what I like to do with DSD Plus is I like to move things over and keep them organized and kind of do like this side of the screen is for control channels and this side of the screen is for voice channels. And we are missing a screen here. Let's go to the screen that we are missing. The voice channel screen. That's this one up here. And the frequency that we are looking at right now, again, is 451.01875. So if we pop that in here, and hit enter, 451.01875, I think is where I should have been. We have the control channel in here, it's centered in here, and last night I had issues with DSD Plus actually pulling this system out. It is an XDN system, and if I do go to my DSD Plus settings here, if I go to decoder, I've got NXDN set up in here. Don't know why this one is failing to decode. Something new. I lower the gain, I still don't have any success in here. Raise the gain, right? It's not pulling anything in. It's not decoding it, which is unusual because this used to work on DSD Plus, but for some reason right now it's not. So this is one of those head scratcher moments here where it's like, why did this stop? So what I can do from here is I can move on to a radio that has NXDN programmed into a scanner and see if it's working, see if it's picking anything up, see if it's hearing anything. But we know it's transmitting because we've seen it with SDR console. So let's keep hunting. Let's see what else we have out here. So we got a spike down here. We have some good data going on over here as well. It's just kind of sitting around. It's in the noise a little bit, but let's see what we got. This is so in the noise. I'm not going to be able to pull anything out of it, but it does sound like a control channel. We got some more control channels in here. Again, very much so in the noise. This one keeps popping up. Let's take a look here. These little blips. So have you guys on? Sounds good. In the noise. This one's a strong signal. Let's see what we got here. That sounds like SCDA or lots of noise. That is a strong signal right there. Let's park on it for a little bit. See if we can pull out. Frequency a little bit. Another heartbeat over here. What do we think this is? This could be Connect Plus, right? Something has a little heartbeat. Let's take a look. Let's see if that's what it is. 452.4375. Amboy Bus Company, confirmed. It's LTR standard, so we're not going to be able to do anything with that right now with DSD Plus, but we did find a trunk system in here. Obviously in the noise, but it was there nonetheless. Hey Jeff, good to see you on there. So let's take a look at something here a little bit more exciting. We got a lot of noise up in here. A lot of activity. Nice constant strobe signal. Until of course I click on it, then it goes away, right? Let's see if we can find something more constant. 453.75. Noise. Bouncing around a little bit. That's not right. Striking out. Yeah, it's still good for a first opportunity, right? First check at this. Let's go in the 465 range. See what we got up here. There we go. We got some blips. We got some activity. Open the dial. Right. This just makes scanning fun a little bit too, right? Just seeing what's out there, seeing what we can pick up, having the patience to go through some of the stuff and pick and poke around. Let me lower the volume on this one because we got some noise. And let's get to something a little bit more exciting. Let's go up into the T-band here. Let's see what we got. Look at all this exciting, all this noise and nonsense up here. 478, 476, 476.6. What we got here? We got a lot of noise, a lot of activity coming on here, right? Again, in New York City market, we have T-band that's open. And we can poke around and take a look. So you know what? Let's jump back into DSD Plus, and we will go into. Let's see. We got 470. This one's been nice and strong for a long time. It really sounds like I have something off frequency. There we go. Wow, audio's not coming in well at all. I bet you it's because I'm running this and DSD Plus, and it's choking it's choking my what do you call it? Let's kill DSD Plus. I bet you my USB bandwidth just went up. Glenn, right, we got the 406, 410. I knew you'd say something about that. There we go. So I killed the SD Plus, and it looks like now I've got some bandwidth back now to play with the SDR console. So what did I learn today? I learned I can't run them both at the same time with the same USB bus.
Laurel, Adam, can you advise if the perps had firearms? The body of the job is coming over stating witness saw firearms.
There's no firearms. But not displayed.
10-4, so the two perps fled in the vehicle, correct?
Anybody care to guess what we're listening to right now? 467.5375. Doesn't come up in the rear reference database. 467.5375. Sounds like NYPD to me, unless something is messed up now with the software. Let's reset the software here. Give it a fresh start. Ah, that's what I did wrong. Thanks, Tim. There you go. Bronx NYPD. Good, you want to look in the Fed band? Let's do that. What we got? Noise. All right, let's zoom out. Move up the band a little bit. Nice and quiet. Got a blip, blip. Or 10.075. Anybody know what that is? Put that down here in the chat. 410.075. Sauce. Familiar with that, Glenn? Automated surface weather observation system. Hey, there you go. I wonder now if there's a way to monitor that. Well, they're dig into that. Cool. All right. Well, that's definitely something to go back to. Love these. I love going through and searching things out and seeing what's out there, because now I've got, you know, on top of everything else to do today. Let's see what else we can pull in here. Got some more data. 413-11875. Make sure I'm on a frequency range. There we go. 413.125. Up 10 megahertz to see, all the way down. You know, it's cool when you look at too, if you go to like 433 megahertz, this is where you start to see all the wireless sensors that are transmitting, right? 433 megahertz. So this is a lot of the key fobs and the wireless door chimes or the wireless alarm systems. You see a lot of that stuff over here on the 433 band, and each one of these blips is just a little bit of data coming in from some transmitter. It could be my weather station, it could be something. Even a wireless thermometers, you know, meat thermometers and whatnot. And that's all up and down this spectrum right here. So if we even click on just a little area right here, 413.125 vehicle tracking. Interesting one. give this a listen too. You can hear the blips. And of course, how it goes, right? When you, as soon as you move from one, that's when it transmits. I might be off frequency just a touch. Let's try it there. See, I moved. Well, it's just a slight data. See, I moved. It's just a slight little blip, and that's all we get on these. But it's still cool. Still cool to know it's out there. Same thing, by the way, folks, guys. It's up on 315 also. We can find that up there. So we zoom out, and again on the 315 range, we get a lot of TPMS sensors, the tire sensors on the vehicles. So you can see we got, I don't know if it's just noise coming in on here, but 315 is big. And also, I believe 915 is the other frequency that you see stuff bouncing around on the spectrum. Look at that. A lot more activity on at 915. All those wireless transmitters and sensors and stuff like that. Zipping and blipping. And this could be like smart meters and water meters and even stuff like that, and mesh networks. But there's a lot of activity that happens up on these spectrums. And there is software out there that can look at this and decode it and show it on the screen. Although I don't want to do this live on a YouTube session because, you know, I don't know what kind of data is going to be in there, but it will definitely be serialized and have a little bit of live information on there. But you can hunt this all out. Use RTL 433. It's really good software to do something like that. So we're going to keep on hunting. But maybe we'll do this again. I mean, we had some technical difficulties, you know, getting started on this stuff. And I'm glad we were able to patch through it. You guys were willing to sit around and wait and go through it. Let's see if we can. What's really cool is the fact that you see this is just oscillating up, right? It's moving. It's moving up the band. Really cool. A lot of stuff up here. Just packet fit blips, right? And noise and stuff like that. Let me just stop this here. So let me know. I mean, this will be something I'm more than interested to do again. This was a definite proof of concept to see how things were going. I mean, obviously we ran into a bit of a technical issue getting the audio in, but luckily I was able to patch it in from the computer and into the sound card and use a secondary audio microphone in order to speak with you guys. But again, that might be something again to try and play around. I'll have to set up a private YouTube feed for myself and start plugging around and playing and see how this goes. But if this is something you want to see more of, we can certainly go through this again. We can break out some radios and have some different camera angles and shots and go through using some of the hardware and whatnot. But yeah, happy that you guys stuck around, that you guys you know, went through the tech and helped me out with that a little bit. But we'll schedule this up again. We'll go through. We'll hit some of the issues that we had through here and regroup. And definitely won't be able to do this weekly with you guys, but maybe once, twice a month we'll follow up and go through this one. So if you have any suggestions, any band that you'd want to see or hunt out, or you know, I really want to go through some live feeds by using you know, DSD Plus and show you guys live how that works. We can go through how to use Unitrunker when we discover frequencies, or SDR trunk, and really just go through. And again, I'm trying to do this blind, right? I'm trying not to come in here knowing specifically what it is I'm going for. Like, I'm not just picking a frequency that I know is P25 or a frequency that I know is an XDN, right? I'm going through this live, going through this without any reference material up in front of me, because this is to kind of show you, right? We're searching the bands. We're trying to find something out there. What can we find that's new, that's different, that we haven't really gone through it? Les, you missed the first part, but you didn't miss much, man. You missed a lot of troubleshooting. So So that's in there. And to be honest with you, I'm probably going to delist this video. I'll share it for those who want to see it, but this won't make it to the public wall because, again, I don't think anybody's going to stick around through like you guys did on the replay to look through anything. But we'll keep playing, guys. We'll keep going through this. So yeah, shoot me a message. You could just leave me a feedback on any social media channel on some frequency bands you want to go through next time. I would definitely like to go through some aviation stuff with you guys. Maybe we'll go through some rail channels, some marine channels. Although it's getting kind of cold here, it's getting close to Thanksgiving, so there's not as much activity on there, but there's still plenty to look around and scan through and to look at. So with that, I want to say thanks for tuning around. Again, this is our first go at this. We'll improve from here on out, as we always do, and we'll definitely be looking for some pointers as to what it was that we went through and how to improve this on a future release on this one. So guys, thanks again. We'll catch you all again on the next one, and don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you know when we go live again next time. All right, catch you all again. 73 everyone.